'Cause I'm not saying it's nothing, but we don't need to hold hands. You could get away so easily. 'Cause in the light of the day it's a problem, by the night we're away. And in the heart of it all there's a truth unknown. But if you like, I could mean it. If you like, we could try, we could make it if we try. If you like, I could mean it. If you like, give me time, I could be there by your side. 'Cause you're the one to hold me down. You could be the one to show me how. Or you could turn this heart around. If you're gonna tell me now. It's in your blood, but we can't help what we're feeling. Your love, but we can't help what we're feeling.
So we're here, like literally where it all began.
Yes.
Your first ever gig was here at the Maze.
Yeah, I remember this feeling a lot bigger. Like, it's always so strange that, like, especially doing the Ed tour where the shows were massive, and like Rock City for me, like actually as a physical building was always huge. But then doing some of the Ed shows, like Rock City now feels, it's so weird when you do that. Yeah, and it's always weird from this angle. Like on stage, I think always the gig venues feel. But yeah, I do remember it was really busy, and I just pooed my pants for about 20 minutes or however long I played for.
Whose gig was it? Was it one of their...
Oh, it was Elliot.
And how soon did you and Elliot then hook up and start playing together?
Kind of straight away, actually, after that.
You had a bit of a romance, that.
Yeah. And so kind of just straight after that, we started jamming and stuff. So when I hit about 16, 17, I kind of was like, right, this is what I want to go for and do. And I was kind of like in a position where it was like, I really want to go out and do it and take it forward. And I think, you know, obviously Elliot was, you know, big fan of his saxophone, and that's what he went to study at uni. So it's kind of like he wanted to do that, and it's all worked out really well in the end.
He's done a degree in saxophone studies.
Jazz saxophone, yeah. Yeah, he's a badass.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so
that's the greatest degree ever.
So it kind of worked out well, really, because that's what he's, you know, now doing that with the Chans and
Gorgeous Chans,
and
we're doing pretty well as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, it was all good. So. And actually, I'm sure this gig was the first time I ever met Rastoretta as well.
At the very first
I might be wrong, but I'm sure it was. I remember I chatted to her over there on the sofas, and she puts on like quite a few nights, you know, like around Nottingham gigs and stuff. And then I think off the back of that, I went to play one of them, and then that's kind of, it all started ticking over then when I was like, oh, I can do some gigs.
'Cause I don't know where we're heading, but I just need a sign. I don't wanna be left here on my own. Show the piece of a puzzle I can't seem to place. And in the heart of it all there's a truth unknown. But if you like, I could mean it. If you like, we could try, we could make it if we try. If you like, I could mean it. If you like, give me time, I could be there by your side. 'Cause you're the one to hold me down. You could be the one to show me how. Or you could turn this heart around. If you're gonna tell me now. It's in your blood, and we can't help what we're feeling. Your love, but we can't help what we're feeling. I don't know what we'll find. I know that we will fight.
So we're downstairs in the Bodega, where you did one of like your key shows in the maybe medium days you'd call it. I think it was September 2013.
Yes.
What are your memories of that gig?
That still to this day I think is one of my most favourite shows, just because it was my first. Well, I'd done the headline show at the Playhouse, but it was the first live show with my live band, and it was just carnage. Yeah, it was like I say, yeah, definitely is up there in my top 5 favourite ever shows, I think.
It had a kind of football vibe about it, didn't it? There were many you pies moments, and Nottingham is full of fun. There's quite a lot of charging going on.
I quite like that though. I think gigs are just important about the crowd and how they are, you know, because if you've got a good crowd in that are up for it, then it's always a much better gig. So yeah, it was a bit of a lad stomp. This building is really important for me because it's where the HP got me on, just supporting, you know, whoever. Did a lot of support gigs here, and kind of that was.
DHP are the guys who promote all your gigs,
yes,
and they're a Nottingham-based company, own Rock City here, etc.
So we did a lot of support. I think I supported Jake Bug here, Kyla LaGrange. So I did a lot of that, and then how it all came about was I kind of got to know Gabrielle Applin, an artist, and she has a record label, like a little indie that she set up for herself, and basically asked me to do a couple of support shows with her, so I went on the road with her for a little bit, and she asked me if I'd be interested in releasing my first EP on her label. So it all kind of started picking up pace really, because that was that year I'd really started writing in terms of, I'd always written music, but it'd always just been like, okay, it's just a hobby, whereas I think that was the year where I started to think, right, if I want to have a go at this, then I need to be writing all the time.
You've always got a hold on me. You take me in just to throw me out. You know it's only you I see. Cause even with the lights down, I saw you running with the lights out. Oh, I saw it coming. I don't know why you're forgiving me now. I don't know what you want from me. Cause my heart still dreams of you. Is there something I can do? From the start I always knew I'd come back, come back, come back, come back to you. I'd come back to you. I'd come back to you.
So we've been to the Maze where it all began, we've been to the Bodega, which is a key venue in your journey. Now we're at this little place called Rock City. Can you remember anything of those 2 gigs, or are they just one big euphoric blur?
Yeah, I think that's kind of how it works, especially like here, a place that I've dreamt of performing as a headline act for so long. I think I was always a bit scared when we put it on sale, the one in February. I was like there's no record out, like it's just, I was a bit skeptical. But yeah, somehow managed to sell it out, and then Dot to Dot, of course. We announced Dot to Dot, I think, during that show.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about the Dot to Dot show, just because that's more recent. And it was unusual for you, obviously, to play Rock City twice in 3 or 4 months. It was usual for us watching you, unusual for your family, unusual for your friends. But it did feel there was a difference.
The first show was like, oh my word, we're headlining Rock City. Whereas that one, the pressure wasn't off, so to say, but because I knew what to expect, I think kind of let myself go a little bit more, because I thought, all right, there's people here, let's have a fun show. So I think, and I think that was probably, in terms of performance and general show, I think that was probably the best one I've done, the Dot to Dot one, I think.
So to kind of sum up the journey, the first gig at the Maze, sort of 09-10, key points, Playhouse with Rastorella, headline show Bodega, Reading and Leeds, BBC introducing, Ed Sheeran tour. Before that, hooking up with Gabby and getting the Escapades EP, 2 Rock City shows, album out there. Hopes for the future?
I never look too far ahead. I think I've kind of always just got my eye on what's next, and then I've always just done it in steps, and then my eyes are on Dot to Dot, and then the summer, and then the album. So yeah, kind of just excited to get the album out, and kind of, especially it's always a bit of a frustrating period for an artist before the record, because it's like,
just want it out there.
well, yeah, because you're telling people something's coming, but until it does, you kind of you feel a bit especially talking to the Amber Run boys, I think, as well, before the record came out, they're in a similar position where it's you're just waiting, and I know now that their record's out, that, you know, so much you can do in terms of just general, you know, getting out there and doing stuff. So
has that helped, having people like Amber Run that you've been able to talk to?
Yeah, exactly. And I think Joe, the lead singer, I'm really good friends with, so I will bring him up to have a chat about stuff. So it's kind of nice to have people around for support.
Come back to you. I'd come back to you. I'd come back and hold on and I'll be by your side. Throw me a lifeline if I'm wrong, and I'll put my hands up. All we can do is try, 'cause my heart still dreams of you. Is there something I can do? From the start I always knew I'd come back, come back, come back, come back to you. 'Cause my heart still dreams of you. Is there something I can do? From the start I always knew I'd come back to you. And my heart still dreams of you. Is there something I can do? From the start I always knew I'd come back to you. Love, we can't help what we're feeling. You're the one to hold me down. You could be the one to show me how. Or you could turn this heart around. If you're gonna tell me now. It's in your blood. We can't help what we're feeling. Your love, we can't help what we're feeling.